Okay, today my dear students, I am going to discuss about the second chapter of Geography Standard 9, and its name is Physical Features. So as we know that physical means what? That can be touched, that can be measured. So what is the physical features of our country? So physical features may be the mountain, plain, okay, desert, island, and so on. So before discussion of physical features of the country, you should know some basic terminology such as weathering. So what is the weathering? The breaking down or dissolving rocks and minerals on the surface of the earth is known as weathering. In other words, you can also write weathering describes the breaking down of or dissolving of rocks. Okay, so there are different kinds of rocks which is present on the earth, such as metamorphic rock, igneous rocks. Okay, so these rocks automatically break down. So why it break down? So due to change in temperature, flowing of water, acid rain, and biological changes. So biological changes means plant, animals, these are the important agents which creates the weathering. Clear? Now, if the weathering will take place, means rocks will break down automatically, it may moves from one place to another place, and that is known as erosion. So what is erosion? It is the geological process in which earthen materials are worn away and transported by the natural forces such as wind or water. In a simple way, we can say the transportation of dissolved materials or rocks from one place to another place is known as erosion, and which helps in the process of erosion. Sir, it may be either the wind or the water. Next, but it is traveled or moves from one place to another place, again it deposits, and that is known as deposition. So it is the geological process in which sediments, soil, and rocks are added to a landform or landmass, that is known as deposition. So the things which is eroded by the wind or water, again it mixed with the landform or land masses, okay, that is known as deposition. Next is the gorge. So it is a narrow valley between hills or mountains, typically with a steep rocky walls and a stream running through it, or the water flowing through that. Stream running means water flowing through that, that is known as gorge. In a simple word, you should understand gorge is a very deep ditch. Okay, so that is known as gorge, and it is formed due to flow of water. Clear? Now come to the topic. Now you should know how the different countries are located at different places. Okay, India is located on the northern hemisphere. So why we say it is located in the northern hemisphere? So suppose it is the hemisphere, okay, and this hemisphere is divided into equally two parts. So what will happen, sir? Above this points it is the north part and it is our south part. So India is located at this place. Clear? So we can say India lies in northern hemisphere. Clear? If there is a hemisphere and it is divided into two parts equally, so the half of it will be considered as north and half of it will be considered as south. Okay, so India lies in the north of hemisphere, and that's why it is called India is a north hemisphere countries, whereas Australia lies in that areas. So Australia is considered as a part of southern hemisphere. Clear? So why always we mention on the both side that is the north? Because India is located on north side. Clear? Now at the same time, as we know that, suppose this is the earth surface and it is the meridian lines. Clear? So if the meridian line is passes through the 0 degree equally, so this area is west area, okay, and this area is considered as east area. So India is located in the east side. India is located in east side, and if we divide the hemispheres in two parts, so India is located on the north side. So overall conclusion is that India lies on the east and north hemisphere, and it will helps to determine its longitudinal and latitudinal position. Clear? Now so it is the map of India. Okay, it is the actual map of India. So what you find? You find that the three sides of India is the water bodies. This is known as Bay of Bengal. It west side it is known as Arabian Sea. On the southernmost side it is known as Indian Ocean. And due to that, India is also known as peninsula. It is also known as peninsula. Clear? The uppermost area that contains the landmass or the land boundaries. Clear? So on the basis of the land boundaries, that we are capable to measure the total area of. So on that basis we can say the total area of our country is total area of our country is 3.28 million square kilometer. So look here, this is the boundary of our country. Is it clear? So this boundary, we measure the total land mass is 3.28 million square kilometer, and in it, that is the Andaman Nicobar and islands are also included. Clear? But actually it is not the 3.28 million square kilometer, because this is the upper part. Look here. Okay, so this is the part of Ladakh, some part of Ladakh, and it is the Jammu and Kashmir. So some area is occupied by Pakistan. Okay, so the actual area is not present, but in our map it is located, that is 3.28 million square kilometer. Okay, now if we compare our India on the basis of the area, it is 4% of world land mass. Land mass. Clear? So here we find that it is the 4% of world land mass. Okay, so on that basis India comes on the 7th rank on the basis of land mass. Is it clear? Now here we find that the area of our country is very vast. Due to that, the longitudinal and latitudinal extent is also vast. So here 68 degree 7 minute east to how much? That is 97 degree 25 minute east. Okay, so we have already discussed why it comes under the east, because it comes or it lies in eastern hemisphere. So that is the longitudinal extent. Now come to the latitudinal extent. So that is, this is the lowest point and it will come 8 degree 4 minute north. 8 degree 4 minute north towards the upper end. Suppose this is the nearly 37 degree. Okay, and we can say 37 degree 6 minute, that is again north. So most of the time the student face the problem of confusion that the teacher has written 68 degree 7 minute east, whereas it is on the west side. Okay, however they have written that is east, because India lies in the eastern hemisphere. Here that is the south, but I have written 8 degree 4 minute north to 37 degree 6 minute north. So this is no doubt it is the north and it is the south. But why I have written here north? Because India lies in northern hemisphere. Is it clear? So in this way, this is the basic features of our country. Now come to the come on the basis of earth. So what is the situation of earth? Okay, so as we know that earth is a hemisphere. Okay, this is, so earth is a spherical in shape. Okay, so this earth has made up of 3 layers. Okay, so that is upper part of the earth is known as crust. This part is known as crust. Okay, this area is known as mantle. This area is known as mantle. Okay, and this is known as core. This is known as core. So this is the three main part of the earth. This mantle is the most important because crust area is very hard. Okay, crust area is very hard, but mantle area is semi liquid. So neither it is 100% liquid nor it is hard. But have you seen the egg? Okay, so boiled egg, when tried to break it, so suppose this is oval shape of egg. So if what you find, if we suppose try to break it, a number of cracks come out, but all of a sudden it doesn't breaks. A number of cracks are available, but it doesn't breaks. Is it clear? Like that, the earth crust has a lot of cracks. A lot of cracks. However, it is very hard. Okay? So if it is very hard like the egg shell, so internal part of the egg, that is the white layer, that is known as mantle, and neither it is the liquid nor it is the hard. So it is a spongy like structure. Okay, it is just like a spongy like, and when we make a pressure on it, the shape and the size of the white layer of the egg changes. Like that, a number of here, that is the plates, okay, is moving in the mantle region, because the crust contains seven big plates and a number of nearly 25 small plates. Is it clear? So all these plates are moving around the different parts of the earth. So these seven big plates, when moves from one place to another place, so it may create the sometimes collision, and we will discuss about it. And here, if the mantle is moving or the plates are moving, and plates are located in the crust areas, okay, plate is located in the crust area, so our crust is also moving. But when we say that our crust means our earth surface is moving, a number of students think that I am standing where we are moving. No, this movement of the earth is very slow. Millions of years takes place to move from 1 centimeter or 1 millimeters. Okay, so it is moving at a very slow rate. That's why we are unable to feel it. Clear? Now, so when it moves, what happens? Okay, so it happens the collision between the plates, because there are 7 big plates and all the plates are not interlinked to each other. They are in the different places. Okay, so first, that is known as convergent boundary. So suppose this is a plate and this is the another plates. Okay, so both are coming in the same direction. Suppose this plate is going to this direction, this plate is going to this direction. So what will happen? They will collide to each other. So convergent means that is the moving towards one side. So look here, suppose it is my hand, okay, both are moving in the same direction and they are very big. So what will happen? They will make a high pressure on it, due to that it moves like that, okay. So it moves upwards. So when the two plates collide to each other and forms a kind of bending, that is known as convergent plate, and it makes mountain. Okay, so mountain has formed due to convergent boundary. Another is the divergent boundary. So divergent boundary means what? So suppose this is a plate and this is also a plate, okay, but both after the collision they move in the opposite direction. They were initially moving in the each other, they are coming together, but as soon as after the collision they move in the different direction. That's why it is known as divergent, means to move away, and it forms, that is the Riz Valley. Okay, so this creates the mountain and it may creates the Riz valleys. Okay, next is the first is the convergent, second is the divergent, and third one is the transform boundary. So transform boundary means, suppose this is a plate and another is also a plate, okay. So here there is a force is applied on it, okay, and create a heavy friction. So due to heavy frictions they may create the earthquake, or volcanic eruption. Okay, so in this way there are three kinds of movement that takes place, and that is known as tectonic plates, and these tectonic plates helps in the formation of mountain, Riz Valley, volcanic eruption and earthquake. Okay, so this is your introduction chapter, and in the next video we will come to the actual physical features of our country. Thank you.